Hi guys, and welcome back. Today on the Really Picky Vegan, we are going to make a pasta dish. So over the weekend I went to a wedding and they had a pasta dish that I actually liked. So I asked them how they did it. It seems pretty easy. I'm going to do it myself, or I'm going to make my own version, as I should say. The only difference is I think I added maybe more peppers, and I'm using bow tie noodles instead of panini noodles. So another thing is, when I tell people that I'm vegan, that I don't eat meat or dairy, they always tell me, what do you eat? It's a question I get a lot. What do you eat? Well, this is a great example on what do you eat. And I always tell them I pretty much make my dishes on things that I know that I like, and I work from there. So I call them survivor meals, if you will. And this one will definitely go on the list, and I'll show you guys a few more. But this is pretty much everything I already know I like, which is how I make most of my meals anyway, and we put it together. So right now what I'm doing is I'm boiling my water. So I'm boiling my pasta water. So this is the type of pasta I'm using, and I have all my ingredients already chopped up. My asparagus, my spinach. They said they had grape tomatoes. We're gonna saute these, mushrooms, my garlic, onions, and all my peppers. So I'm just gonna saute them in the pot with olive oil, and let's get to it. So just add olive oil to the pan till it gets warm. Adding my pasta to boiling water. The water, you just put a little bit of salt and oil so it doesn't stick, and then we're gonna stir it. We're gonna sweat out our onions. I'm gonna sweat out the onions first because they take the longest to cook, and the garlic. Let that get hot. I'm adding both fresh garlic and already minced garlic. You can pretty much do whatever you want. I just wanted to add both because why not? So I added the garlic, and now I'm going to add the grape tomatoes so they can soften and burst. So I added the rest of my ingredients. Lowered my heat to medium. Probably put it a little higher, put a little bit more liquid in it, and then I'm going to season it. All I'm doing is seasoning it. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of adobo, a little bit of pepper, and probably some garlic sea salt I have, and maybe some everything but the bagel seasoning too. A little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning. Sprinkle that in there. Some pepper, and sprinkle some adobo. Now, I made a lot, which is, I guess, something I always do because I don't measure. I just wing it. Why not? And then it gives me leftovers, which is always great. But some of this, I'm going to use half of this for the pasta, and then I'll probably make something else with the rest of it. So we're just going to saute it and let our vegetables soften up and our potatoes to burst. And the pasta, we're not letting it cook all the way because if I'm not mistaken, he said when it's almost done, he sauteed it in the pot with the veggies until it finished. So I'm going to finish cooking my veggies a little bit more, and then I'll saute it like he did. I also added oregano into it, an Italian seasoning, and I'm putting my once that cook, I'll add my spinach in last because spinach takes nothing to cook, and if I put it now, it's gonna literally turn into nothing. So we're gonna put that last. We're just gonna wait until our vegetables soften up a little bit. I'll show you what it looks like before I add the spinach. I had to change the pot, and it's definitely still too much. So I'm definitely gonna just cook this down, and I'm gonna definitely have to switch it, split it in half for the pasta we're gonna make today. But smells good. I added more olive oil. I'm gonna cover it. I'm definitely gonna season it again with probably some more adobo, some more salt, pepper, some more garlic, a little bit of garlic powder because I already have enough fresh garlic, so I should be good. And I'm just thinking, I have a lot of different seasonings. I usually just throw whatever I can. Oh, I'm gonna put some more Italian season on it too. Just oh, and vegetable bouillon. And then I'm just gonna leave it like that. And let this cook down before, like I said, before I add the spinach, because the spinach is gonna turn into nothing if I add it too soon. I gotta tell you, I added a little bit of water so it could create some steam. So I covered it. We're gonna let that soften up, like I said, cook for a little while, and then we're gonna check on it. And after we check on it, we'll add the spinach, and really just, like I said, waiting for the tomatoes to get softer so they can burst. So a lot of my potatoes have bruised and softened up, which is perfect. I'm gonna add my spinach now. Now, I definitely don't think this is how he made it, but you know what? Screw it. This is how I'm making it. I added the spinach. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover it again. Let it cook down a little bit more. So I'm going to let that cook a little bit more. And then when it's ready, or when I feel like it's ready, we're going to saute it in the pan with the pasta. So the spinach, since it was frozen, it created more water. I seasoned it I continued seasoning it as I went along. And as you see, the tomatoes keep bursting, which is what we want. So I'm gonna let it simmer down a little bit more. I keep picking at my noodles. By the time my veggies is done, I won't have no more noodles. But I'm gonna let that simmer down just a little bit more, and then I'll drain out the water, and like I said, I'll saute it together with the bow tie noodles with olive oil. I'll show you the beginning of it, not the whole process, because it's hard to cook and hold your phone at the same time. So that's definitely done. I'm gonna strain this out and saute half of it with my pasta and save that half for something else. Definitely doesn't look like it's gonna be the same like I had it this weekend, but it's gonna be better because I made it and it smells so good. I'm excited. Just put a little olive oil in the pan that I originally started my veggies in. Let that get warm. Throw some of the veggies in there. That should be enough to start with. So we're just going to add some more veggies. You know what I think I'm going to do that they didn't do? I think I'm going to add some cheese in here. So now we're just going to mix this all together. I need both my hands, so I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. I guess I didn't make too much veggies, which works. Now we're going to add the cheese. So I'm going to use the mozzarella dairy-free cheese from Earth Grown. This is Aldi's brand. We're going to use a little bit of Veal Life's cream cheese. I used this for my rasta pasta and I liked it, so I tried it. I bought it to try with my bagel, so we're just going to use a little bit in this. That cream cheese tastes like cream cheese. Pretty good. I'll do a review on it with my bagel at another point. Let's stay focused. So we're going to mix it up. Oh, I'm going to need my other hand to mix this. So we're going to mix this up, let the cheese melt, and then we will try it. So I actually used the whole thing of the cream cheese, and I like it. Veal Life is a little bit on the expensive side, but it's so good. And I wanted it to be a little bit more creamier and cheesier too. Well, creamier. I didn't want to put the So Delicious cheddar cheese that I have because I'm not a big fan of it. So I don't want to mess up my flavors because different cheeses taste different. But I really like this cheese, and I guess next time I will buy another one and do a review on it with just a bagel and cream cheese so you guys can taste it. It's really good. And there you have it. Now, with this meal, I can't go wrong. The only way I can go wrong is if my combination sucks or my seasoning. This is legit everything I already know I like. I mean, I started with a recipe and I guess changed it to my liking, and I got this. So this just shows cooking vegan isn't hard. It's very simple. It's a lot simpler than a lot of people think. Just veggies. Well, I'll show you guys more once you know how simple it really is. Well, let's try this. Probably could be just a little bit more cheesier, but it's pretty good. It's missing something. It's really good. I definitely enjoy it. If anything, I'll probably just put a little bit more salt in it. Other than that, it tastes really good. Perfect. You can't even really tell that I put cream cheese in it. It's really creamy. It could be a little bit more cheesy. It has a lot of different flavors in it, but it's not powerful in flavor like I would like it to. It's really subtle. It's really good. Well, I'm going to work on finishing this before it's time for me to get ready for work. So, like always, if you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe, and share my page with your friends. Because you never know who's truly interested on the options us vegans have to eat and what we can actually eat. And there's really nothing to it. And if you have any questions, just email me at thereallypickyvegan@gmail.com. And until next time, guys, bye.